Hey, Roger here. Welcome back to my channel. No, there are times that you're going to be doing a live stream and there may be particular electrical disruptions. And of course, when you're doing a live stream, it is such that you definitely want to minimize or eliminate possibly the possibility, yes, of there being any disruption to your live stream, right? Certainly, you do not want to have anything disrupting the session and preventing persons, your viewers, from being able to view the live session. So I'm going to be talking about an important, a very critical piece of gear that you need to have among the equipment that you have for your live stream. So don't go anywhere. I'm going to be back shortly. Okay, so here I am again. The thing is, because of the global pandemic, our lifestyle has been revolutionized. Now, live streaming is something that has been around for many years, but there certainly has been a tremendous boom over the past year and a half, the past year, 9 months roughly, because of the pandemic. So a lot of things, events that we would normally go to physically, they are being hosted online. So for instance, it may be a party, for instance, it may be a gaming event, whatever it is, right? And if you notice now, there are persons, such as DJs who are streaming live, gamers are streaming live, parties, being hosted live and so forth. Now, for a live event, you want to ensure that, and I'm here now talking about the host, you want to ensure that you are providing a consistent stream to the viewers, because that is a part of the enrichment of the experience. Okay, the possibilities exist that the electricity supply in your region may go out for whatever reason. Okay, and of course that will really dampen the experience of the viewers, and there can be serious implications too, even on your end. So how do we resolve that problem? That is what I'm going to be talking about here. Now, to rectify the problem, the recommendation is to have what is called a UPS, and UPS stands for uninterruptible power supply. I have two UPSs here. I have a 500 VA UPS, which is this one here, and the bigger unit is a 1000 VA UPS. A UPS uses a battery, and based on the size UPS, as in the physical size and also the VA, the voltage amperage size, that will determine the amount of batteries the unit will have. All right. So for the smaller unit, it has one battery. It has a single battery, whereas for the larger unit, it actually houses two batteries. To give you an idea, this is what the battery looks like. All right, and they're pretty heavy. So if you have, for instance, two batteries in the unit or more, then it is going to be quite weighty. All right. So that is how it works, and it works similar to how, for instance, a mobile device, a cell phone or a tablet, will have its internal battery, which provides power supply to it for you to be able to use the unit. All right, so that's the UPS. Now, how it works is that, as I mentioned before, it has a battery. Well, at least one battery, depending on the size, as I mentioned before, and this is electrical cord. Yeah, so this will go into your wall outlet, and you'll be fed power. Well, power will be fed into the UPS from your electricity provider. Now, notice that there are multiple outlets here. So this is 6 outlets. Right, 6 outlets, hope you can see clearly from where you are. And how it works is that you would plug your device, or plug a device into one of the outlets, just like that. This is a phone charger. All right, so that will plug into there, and of course, I have my I'm charging my phone. All right, so that is how it works. Now, what happens is that in the event of a power cut, the battery will automatically take over and will supply electricity or power rather to the equipment. Right, so that is how it works, and it works very fast, and by so doing, it prevents the equipment from shutting down. All right, I hope you see where we're going with this now. So that is why I mentioned that it is very important to have one of these among your gears, your live streaming gears. All right, now you'll notice that, as I mentioned before, there are 6 outlets here, which means that this will be able to accommodate up to 6 devices plugged into it. But notice these 2 cream color panels here. What this means is that anything that I plug into these areas here would not be on the backup system. So that is another thing about the backup system. Not all of the outlets will give you backup supply, right? Backup power supply. So any of the 4 here, if I plug a device or any device into any of the 4 here, and if I were to unplug the electrical cord from the outlet, from the wall outlet, then they would not shut down. Okay, or if the electricity supply were to go out, anything plugged into these 4 here would not shut down. Okay, only if I were to plug them into any of these 2 here. All right, and notice too that there are also the RJ11 outlets for your telephone line. So this is another good feature in that you can actually filter the telephone cord for your modem or your router from your telecommunication provider, your internet provider, through here. And also, if let us say that your telephone line were to be spiked, then this would absorb all of that, messy, all of that unhealthy current coming into the line, and prevent your modem or your router from being damaged. Okay, I hope it makes sense to you. So if you haven't yet gotten one, I would definitely recommend that you go out and you purchase one. You can get these units on Amazon, of course. For a base unit, it should be costing under $100 US. For the larger units, definitely they will cost over $100. And also, based on when I say base unit, I'm referring to something like a 500 VA, or like a 450 or 700 VA possibly, under $100. And for the larger units, no, definitely it will be over $100. All right. Also, the brand will also determine how much it costs, right? The bigger brands like APC, for instance, it does cost a little bit more than the some of the other brands. All right. So just to recap in a nutshell, you're doing your live streams, and the possibility exists that the electricity supply may go out on you, and you definitely do not want or would not want your stream to go offline during that event. And so, to prevent that, the recommendation is to have a battery backup system. It's a UPS, and a UPS will have a battery in it, right? Well, at least one, depending on the size of the UPS. And so you would connect your equipment to the UPS, and in the event of there being a power cut, then your equipment would not shut down. Now, in addition to preventing your equipment from shutting down from a power cut, the UPS also protects your equipment from unhealthy current flowing through the line. So, for instance, if there were to be a spike, for instance, the UPS would absorb that. If the voltage drops also, then the UPS would automatically chip in, take over, and be supplying electricity to your equipment, and also minimize loss and damage, right? Minimize damage to your equipment. All right. So, and I know that Also, final point that many of us who are doing live streams, that you may have some really pretty equipment, expensive equipment too, and you need to ensure that you do everything that is possible to ensure that you protect your investment, all right, from electrical damage. And that is where, as I mentioned before, a UPS would come in. All right, so I hope you found this video to be quite informative, educational, yeah, an eye opener. I hope it has been an eye opener for you. And I'm gonna ask you to, if you have not yet done so, to hit that subscription button down below and to subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna ask you to give me a thumbs up to on the video if you found it to be an eye opener, and also to share the link and to tell persons about my channel so that it can grow. Also, give me some comments, drop me some comments on the video. Let me know if you have a UPS. What size UPS do you have? Do you tend to go out and purchase a UPS now? Know that you perhaps maybe learning about this for the first time. All right, so that's it. I'm out of here. I'm Roger. Take care.